In this video, I'm going to walk you through getting e-commerce integrated into an existing Umbraco website. I've already installed Marcello in this website. I just did it exactly how I've done it in the previous videos. I have a very simple Umbraco website that's been created. As you can see, it is a website that sells flux capacitors. It has a home, it has an about, and it has a contact page. We want to be able to add e-commerce to this website so that they can start selling flux capacitors. What I'm going to cover here is using the fast track to install a store and get it into this website and get it ready to go. I'm not going to cover adding products and configuration of Marcello, just getting the fast track into this website so it's up and running and it's styled like the store is itself. So the first thing we want to do is we want to install the fast track. So if we go to the develop section and go to packages, install local, I already have fast track on my desktop, so I'm now going to install this. If you want to know about installing fast track in full, you can watch the other video, and in the other video I talk you through why this page takes some time to load and why you should wait until it's completely finished before refreshing or trying to go to another page. We'll just wait for this to install, and once it's installed we'll move on. Okay, fast track's now installed. What we're going to do is have a quick look. So as it's installed, it installs with some products already done, and also it installs some preset settings. So you can come in here and update whatever it is you want to update on there once it's installed. Excuse me. So now we go to the content section. We should see we have our site and we have the fast track installed. Obviously not ideal, two websites. So what we're going to do is we want to take the guts of the fast track and we want to move those into our new or existing website. So the easiest thing to do is if we go to the settings section and then we go to document types. Underneath fast track you can see everything here, and now all we need to do is we need to update each one of these fast track files, document types, excuse me, so that they're able to be created or moved underneath the home node. So what we'll do is I'll go to FT account, permissions, home would help, home, permissions, and then if we just type FT, because they're all prefixed with FT, I want the FT account, I want the FT basket, I want catalog, I think I have checkout, forgot password, login, and the receipt page, I think. See receipts, yeah. Okay, so if we save that, and now what we can do is we can move all those over the content. So if we go right click on catalog, move that under home. Then we'll move the basket underneath home. Then we'll move the checkout underneath the home. Then we'll move the receipt. Then we'll move the login. Then we'll move the forgot password. and lastly the accounts. Okay, great. So as you can see, everything's underneath there now. What I want to do is let's remove this previous store node. We don't need that anymore. And now we've got that all done. What we need to do now is we need to tell Fast Track that we've moved these document types and our new home page is not the store. So if I come into the project now, and this is the same setup I've used in the previous videos, and as you can see here in the app plugins we have the Fast Track, and in Fast Track we have a config file. And if we open this up now, you will see the document types are specified for each. So let's have a quick look here. So FT store was the one that we were using initially. We've changed that, and our document type is called home for the home page, which is where everything's under. So we're just going to update that now, save it and close that. The final thing to do on here is our views, and what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to include these in our project, because this is a a web application project. When they're installed, obviously we just need to include them in, and I think I'm going to include these as well for the time being. Great. Let's go back down. So you can see Fast Track is installed, and it just uses normal views just like any other Umbraco site, and you can see a mix in here of our existing views too. So what I need to do now is I need to go through the Fast Track views that we are using to update the master page. Because we have a master page here for our existing site, we want to make sure that they're being used, or this master is being used on the Fast Track pages. So we have to go through each Fast Track view and make sure any Fast Track view which is using a layout of Fast Track, we just want to update that to master. So let's save that one. Go to a basket, that's Fast Track as well. Let's go to billing address, that's not. Catalog, that is. Category, that is 2. Password, that is 2. Checkout is as well. Nope. So as you can see, you just quickly whiz through each one, update it to use our new master. Seat, shipping address, no. Quote, no. Store, it don't matter because we've removed that anyway. So let's just save all those, which is what we've done, which is fantastic. And now once we've done that, all we need to do is just reference some JavaScript and CSS files from the Fast Track. So what we need to do, if we go and open up our master, and in the head, let's add the following CSS file. Okay, get there. So this is referencing the Marcello UI CSS, and it is needed if you're going to use the Fast Track. And now, finally, what we're going to do, let's pop some JavaScript in here. So what we need to do is grab the JavaScript file that we need to use. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop them above the render section. Here we go. And then, now these are just the JavaScript files that are needed to get Fast Track running. As you can see, we have a Bootstrap reference here, but Fast Track also uses Bootstrap, which it does for all its CSS. So what we can do, we could replace that with ours. There we go. And again, these are only blue and squiggly because we haven't included them in the project because it was installed outside of Visual Studio. Let's save that now. And we should actually now have a running site. So if I was to go to the front end and go to catalog, and then let's go to t-shirts. What we hope to see here is a category page, which is actually using our master page, which it is. So here we go, we have it up and running and we're in our existing site, which is exactly what we wanted. However, the navigation is not ideal and we need to update a few other little parts here and just do some finishing touches. So we're almost there. So what we're going to do now is let's go to Visual Studio. Let's go and have a quick look at our navigation in the master. Already in it. Here we go. So here's our main navigation. I think what we're going to do is we want to put things like the catalog, basket and things like that in there. So the first thing we need to do is we want to update the Umbraco view page with a Marcello one. So let's have it here. So we'll put some using statements in here, and also we're using a Marcello view page. Now the Marcello view page is nothing special. This is available in all Marcello sites, and it literally just inherits from the Umbraco view page, but it exposes a few helpful properties, things like current customer, and that's something we're going to make use of in what we're doing now. I'm going to use a couple of helper methods. Now these are in the fast track and they are just purely Umbraco calls actually. So that's just a quick way of us getting the catalog route, the basket page and the account page. If you were to have a look at the source for that, you'll see that they're just Umbraco queries for traversing down the tree and grabbing the nodes. So once I've got those, I'm going to change the navigation now. So let's just change the code. I'll copy and paste something in for speed. Here we go. So what we have here is the basket page and account page, and also a drop down whether or not someone can log out if they're logged in. And also we're going to do the basket counts and everything else. So once we've got up running now, if we save that, let's have a look. We should have a navigation, there we go. So we now have a bit more useful navigation, which is exactly what we wanted. So theory is if we add something to the basket, you can see the basket updates here. We can go to the basket. Again, keeping our navigation right, and then if we want to, we can check out. And go from there. So that's it really. That is as simple as it is to grab the fast track and pop it into your existing site. There is one other thing that I want to do is it would be nice to have some featured products on here on the home page, so it's not as blank like that. So what we're going to do is if we come to the back office and if we go to the settings and document types on home, here we go. Marcello has a number of property editors that you can make use of. So what we're going to make use of on this one is the Marcello product list view. So what we can do underneath this main content here, I am going to add something called featured products. There we go, and I will come in here and then we will type Marcello and you'll see now these are pre-made because that's what the fast track installs with. If you were to use Marcello, you would obviously have to create the data types and name them. They are named like this because fast track has installed them. So what we're going to use is the Marcello product list view. That's great, and we'll save that. And now we'll save the go to the home page. Let's click on the home. And now what it's doing is actually it's using the all products. So actually what we want to do is we want to update that to use just the featured products collection. Now the featured products collection is actually in the fast track. It's been pre-created. You can create any kind of collection you want and select those from the back office of Marcello. Let's save that, save and publish it. So that's it now, that's up and running. What we need to do now is back into Visual Studio. Let's find our home page. And underneath here, let's add our code for that. So what we'll do is I'm going to copy and paste it. It's probably easier than writing it out for speed. So I just need to add a using statement because we're going to use some of the virtual content from the product. And now what I want to do is just use normal razor, and I'm going to loop through. I'm going to use the get property value, and because we're using a product list view, the property editor value converter is going to give us a model of iProduct content, and now that actually implements iPublish content. So you have all the same kind of methods and things that you're used to with Umbraco. This product box is just for speed. It is literally, again, just razor. We're passing in the iProduct content and we're just getting the property values out and displaying them on the page. So again, it's just normal razor. There's nothing fancy or magic there. That's all we're doing. So if we give that a save, and then we come back to our home page, refresh, we should hopefully there we go, and we have some featured products, and that's it. We've just moved the fast track into an existing site, and it took us with this around about 18 to 20 minutes to do, which is pretty quick to get e-commerce up and running in an existing website. I hope this is helpful, and have a look at our YouTube page for more videos. Thanks.